Greetings, welcome to Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jefficho. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Episode 7? 8?
8.
8? What'd you think?
I feel like I have less to say about this episode than I should.
Yeah?
I don't know.
That's interesting. I thought I was the sourpuss.
I don't know if I'm necessarily a sourpuss. I think I would like this more if this episode was trying to juggle less things. Like, there were so many very short scenes.
Were you doing too many experiments when you should have just been doing one?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think the show was doing too many experiments, and my puny human brain couldn't keep up.
42-minute shifts, they're hard on you.
Emotions feel overwhelming. Oh, I cannot handle this.
Episode starts out. They gotta go to a Vulcan planet. They're trying to have their little rise up planet place, relaxation, but the Vulcans call and say, hey, we need your help to break the Prime Directive and fix the place. Did they call Starfleet? Doesn't sound like it.
I don't know.
Sounds like they just directly called the guy that's gonna break the Prime Directive on occasion.
Well, and it was... God, that was such a weird setup to turning all the crew Vulcan.
Yeah.
Right?
It was like the second option.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, so, we gotta disguise ourselves. No, they have very, very good scanners, and so we have to become Vulcan. Okay. What?
Okay. What?
Like,
The
the Vulcans couldn't call them and be like, hey, we have some friends that are coming down, and they're just gonna fix what's going on. Like,
I think this entire planet that is kind of aware of other species and has been given super advanced tech and doesn't seem to be killing them. Like, that's an interesting story. Like, beaming down to that planet and see what's going on there could have been a pretty cool episode.
well, you totally got that in like 30 seconds from the bridge.
Just fixed it immediately.
Yeah.
We have completed the mission. You may return us to Enterprise.
Thought this would be a bit more exciting. But whatever. Hello, shore leave.
So you couldn't have just sent humans down to do that?
Well, I mean, I think the crew could have done it. It was just them knowing about humans would break the Prime Directive for some reason. I don't think that matters at all.
They broke it anyways. Was this approved by Starfleet? I don't think it was.
Yeah, and this has got to be genetic engineering, right?
Yeah, which I believe was illegal.
Is it only genetic engineering if it's permanent?
I guess, if you're on a starship and it's like, oops, I made a mistake. And then we used it again later.
Uh-oh.
Like, her using those illegal drugs for combat and her in Umbanga. Like, that's wrong.
Yeah. So the setup here was really weird. If we wanted to do this, maybe this should have been the Q Trelane episode.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want wedding bells on this one?
Well, like, instead of doing that, maybe Q does this. That'd be a thing Q would do.
Our relationship is illogical. The time I spend with you is wasted on romance. Both of us should be focused on more important endeavors.
Romance is important.
For humans, perhaps. Goodbye, Roger.
Wait.
We're gonna make you try to laugh at everything. Except, like, they weren't even, they're just like, oh, we're full Vulcans. Like, you're 100% not full Vulcan. Like, changing your genetics doesn't change the base. So, like, you're still pizza.
Yeah, I'm not sure, they were kind of vague on exactly what was happening here.
Well, I mean, they threw out a line there, because they're just like, okay, so what are the canon police going to get us on? Oh, like, they shouldn't have control of their emotions. We'll throw out a line here that totally answers that.
Yeah, like, this is probably the most magic serum I think we've ever seen in Star Trek.
Because they derived the serum from Spock's perceived experiences, it has left our crew in a kind of logical state that normally takes Vulcans years to develop socially.
Which is why I think it should have been Q or something, because, like, here's just a magic injection. It turns you into a completely normal Vulcan.
Deep Space Nine never did this when they had to send the Klingons undercover.
Yeah. Yeah, why is there this planet scanning tech?
There's a changeling threat, but we're not gonna have a scanning thing.
Yeah.
Or these Klingons, Chief O'Brien.
Yeah.
I told you, these shows, they're canon, they just, they don't care. Here's all this advanced technology in the past that's not in the future. Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, oh, we'll shut down the holodeck, because it takes up too much power, so it doesn't exist.
I didn't mind that at all.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, there's a loophole for all these things, and it's just like, well, technically this technology shouldn't exist. Mm-hmm. Why aren't they doing holographic bridge? Oh, because the Enterprise can't deal with the power issue. This is your flagship, and it doesn't seem to be able to do what Discovery was doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, like, Discovery was built for, like, something different, but they seem to have advanced technology to be able to do everything else. Mm-hmm. But not your flagship.
I am just adding an attention to Vulcan detail. As a Vulcan, I am more capable of ensuring that the food, the room we will eat in, even the feeling of the quarters, is more comfortable to Vulcans.
I think another thing this episode highlighted, much to the credit of many of the actors that have come before, it is hard to play a Vulcan.
Yeah. I don't think it is.
No.
I think guest stars have done it. I think co-stars in movies have done it quite well. I think today's writing cannot do it.
Okay.
And you don't pick a comedy actor like Patton Oswalt.
Oh, he was great.
He was great.
Yeah.
But like, if you're judging on Vulcans, don't pick a comedy actor.
he was a Vulcan weeb. Like, he's just super into humor.
I thought he had some ability where he was like pushing out like a psychic thing to like have the more chemistry. Because like, I'm sorry, but like that was silly.
It was very goofy. It was very goofy.
It was unrealistic.
Yeah.
I have a job to do. These are important. I can't do it with you here.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I'm Lieutenant Spock.
Right. Spock. This is Doug. He's a genius artist and a mathematician and a wonderful gardener. And it doesn't matter. Why am I even talking?
So like that's why I assumed he had like some sort of like psychic Vulcan issue where it's leaking out.
Mm-hmm. And it was funny. Like, honestly, the Doug stuff was good. That was probably one of the better parts this episode.
Like capping it off with Spock and Doug at the end was like perfect.
Great.
Because like,
you
any of the issues I had are just like, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. No, teaching him to do the high fives because you are
even
too slow.
Even just the its and the I've, and then he walks out on I've. He's like too much asshole.
I can't do it.
Everybody was a bit irrational, not even just like Vulcan, like stuck up. They were irrational. Pike was an asshole.
Yeah.
To the person he loves.
Yeah. And I don't think 42-minute shifts make sense.
No.
for a human crew.
Was the rotation just 2 people?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because, like, what about the rest of the crew?
Well, they said there was 14 different shifts.
Okay, because, like, Pelia's, like, getting up. She's, like, 42 minutes, so I guess she's just not getting her 8 hours or whatever.
I don't know.
Which, Doug's like, they require we're in a relationship with one of them.
Well, she's Illyrian, so I don't know what her actual capacity is, right?
You know, you got me there.
Yeah.
Fucking humans as aliens, I always forget.
Yeah.
There are presents and cake at the same time?
Yes. Also candles. And they do it every year.
Fascinating.
He should probably know about birthdays.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or maybe the relationship kept ending beforehand. Or he's just a bad boyfriend.
Maybe. I don't know. Whatever they got, Bert's hot.
What do you mean it's our anniversary?
Yeah.
I'm from another culture. How would I know? Yeah, so Pike was a bit of a dick. But it worked out in Patel. Worked out in her favor because she told off her boss and Pike. And then the boss is just like, you're right. I do lean towards the Vulcans when I make judges for the law.
But you're forceful and you've got a no bullshit attitude, so you should have my job.
Yeah, here's my job. I'm retired soon. Dude, like, you're gonna live another 100 some odd years.
Yeah, so you better enjoy that in retirement.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm getting this
Because I told you off?
The promotion is yours if you want it, Captain. I expect your decision by the end of the week.
Kura was, she was probably the least offensive of them all, but she did change her boyfriend by mind melding with him.
Yeah.
But he agreed to it.
I guess. That felt like
Violations?
we didn't. Well, yes, it did. But we just didn't need that subplot at all.
No.
I don't know. I would have preferred to see more from
to
less
see them
things.
go on, like, the date.
Yeah.
And, like, even if she's Vulcan, like, the hilarities that would cause on planet.
Yeah, like, what if they just went on a normal-ass picnic?
Yeah.
And she's just being weird and Vulcan.
Yeah.
Like, it is illogical to eat on the grass when we could eat inside. There are bugs here.
Nyota has shown me that humans don't require animal protein.
But bacon? Come on. I will fight you about that.
Oh, I recognize your desire for a sibling quarrel, but I will not be engaging at this time.
I think Chapel could have come up with other reasons to break up with Corby than just time.
Mm-hmm.
I wasted too much time on this and 20 hours of friendship and socialization, and then there's the sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And, yes, she's just trying to become a efficient model of herself.
It did feel like there was something wrong with the kinds of Vulcans that they like, it wasn't a good transformation. Like, because we don't see, even in Strange New Worlds, full Vulcans acting like this.
No.
Really. So, but we didn't really talk about that at all. Like, oh, the transformation into, you know, this logic, this, like, they were overcompensating in certain ways. Like, Vulcans don't really act like Chapel does.
No.
And Vulcans don't really act like Pike does.
Like any of them.
Yeah. Like, Vulcans have time for socialization and romance. Spock was engaged to one.
Doug.
Yeah. Doug. Well, Doug was presented as kind of an oddball, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he made time.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's, La'An, who's just crazy.
Well, she was a Romulan. That was explicitly said.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Because her and Pike were talking about their missions that they weren't allowed to talk about, and then they both said Romulans.
I too learned of a certain element of Vulcan history.
Perhaps if we speak of it simultaneously.
Romulans. Is time travel involved in your experience?
I am not permitted to discuss.
No, they were talking about things that they were dealing with. Their mission probably involved Romulans. She was still... They used the Vulcan serum. She's not a Romulan.
Yeah, but she would... Because, like, they share a history, so she turned into a Romulan.
Oh, so that's your takeaway.
I think they both explicitly said Romulan.
They weren't saying, I'm a Vulcan, you're a Romulan. Like,
yeah, they were.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they were.
They were talking about,
they were talking about the history. Yeah, they were talking about the history of Vulcans.
Yeah.
And how they split.
I totally didn't get that if that's actually the case.
Oh, okay.
Because that would explain her aggressive and craziness.
Yeah, she was supposed to be a Romulan.
But I just assumed, because Spock even said later, her Khan genetics with the Vulcan thing did not mix well.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just assumed, because everybody else was an irrational Vulcan, that she was an irrational Vulcan. Mm-hmm. But I could see that.
Okay, I think...
I could give that to you, but I'm not 100% sure that they were saying that.
Oh, man. I think they were, but that's... Yeah, I think they were going for a Romulan thing there with all the plotting and the
But, like, they were just letting her get away with so much. Like, at some quick point in the beginning of her over-aggressive talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but, like... That's not a lot on a Federation starship, what you're planning, and then people are watching her do it. And it's like,
Why do Kirk and Scotty have to, like, do this cutesy thing instead of just getting security?
Yeah.
I have been examining the weapon systems on the ship, a crucial part of my job. Now that I am Vulcan, I am filled with questions.
What sort of questions?
The ones that would be answered by you showing me the ship's power supply system on your pad.
I really enjoyed the drink at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's over the top, and it's just like, aha, like you like scotch, and you could really get into it. We're gonna be friends and work together. Like that's too much. But I did enjoy the chemistry at the end.
Yes, Kirk putting the gang back together are generally pretty good scenes, but again, it felt really shoehorned in. To just, hey, Kirk beamed on board for this episode.
Every time he comes on, I cringe a bit.
Great.
Because why?
So, what brings you to Enterprise?
Oh, Farragut's nearby, being repaired. We're still short in the cell. sort of in that. Anyway, I figured I'd pop up and try to get my brother into some trouble.
We could have spent more time doing Vulcan hijinks.
You know, when they all started out in the beginning, they're just like, oh, Kirk's gonna be on board, and you're just like, what? That's Sam Kirk. I'm like, oh, okay. And then we don't do anything with Sam Kirk. I would much prefer to have heavier Sam Kirk episodes so that when he eventually dies, it's like, oh, shit, that sucked.
Now I know this guy.
Yeah. But, like, it's just...
He's gonna have a family soon, isn't he?
It's always side character at some point.
He's gonna have a wife soon.
Two
it's
kids.
not that many years from now.
Alexander, one of his kids.
Yeah.
I don't have the contract around here, but I'm pretty sure Christina Chong has... I'll do the 3rd season if every episode has me dancing. Because, like... And that, to me, like, I started laughing at one point. I was like, okay, like, this choreography for this fight's getting a little weird. Like, you're just throwing... Oh, it's becoming dance.
I think that was supposed to be sort of a dreamy thing.
Oh, 100% that was in her mind construct because we had the beluga whales down there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool to see. And it looked good.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just a pool like in Lower Decks. Not that I'm not knocking Lower Decks, that's hilarious. But, like, the way it was set up, I was just like, that actually looks good. I'm getting some solid, like, better than Sequest vibes.
Yeah.
So I like Cetacean Ops.
Cetacean Ops is slowly winning us over.
Yeah. It was a joke.
It was a joke.
Then it was a cartoon joke. And now it's like, it looked good.
At least it
I don't know if I want the whales navigating me, but...
Yeah.
I mean, you're good in the ocean. What the fuck do you know about space?
This is the same as the 3D movie.
No, because they communicate. But they can't communicate. There's no sound in space.
God, why couldn't the Cetacean Ops on board all the Federation starships deal with the whale probe?
Oh, why couldn't they, that and why couldn't they talk to the butterfly in the last episode? It made whale sounds.
Oh yeah, the butterfly was in the opening credits for this one.
Yeah.
I guess they changed that. That was
I
interesting.
think Lower Decks has influenced them because they're just like, hey, why don't you with your credits each season? And then they did that for Picard too. The 3rd season they would constantly put a different vessel in the opening or a different thing here or there, but yeah. And then we had Pike's little intro changed, but like it wasn't good.
I'm surprised they didn't change any of the wording.
Yeah,
this was again I feel like it's harder to be a Vulcan than some people give credit for because he just sounded more like a robot.
Yeah, like I would have changed some of the wording for sure, and just the delivery to me was like he could have done like social commentary and boldly go. That's a bit dramatic.
I mean, even in like at the end of Star Trek 2. You get Leonard Nimoy doing Space: The Final Frontier.
Yeah.
And like there's emotion in there.
Yeah.
There's something in there. It's not just, dead delivery. But I think if you did the gag of what would the captain's oath be if Vulcans had written it?
Yeah.
Like that would have been better than just if a Vulcan reads it.
100%. That was the off-puttingness to me. Was the fact that it was like not what a Vulcan would say, and it's like, well, that's the joke though. He's a Vulcan now. And then we got Spock smiling at the end.
I think that was more Ethan Peck. I think all of those were actually just those two dicking around mostly.
No, that was scripted dicking around though.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was still good.
Is that not what I am doing?
Isn't that what I am doing?
Isn't. I have achieved it.
Well, Chapel's bad at soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we figured. I cook soup. Yeah, just go with the food cubes. Pelia's quarters have dampening so that she's paranoid. Nobody can spy on her.
Yeah, and she's not very good at LSD.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
It doesn't take effect. I liked it. It was like in the 70s, and I was like, yeah, that's her. And she's like, and then in the 90s, that's her. And then 1 year ago, I'm like, that's hilarious. Even Pike's like looking at her. And she was being like silly in this one too. She's like high five, and then she's like,
I wasn't sure what was up with that. I don't think I like that.
No, to me that's like she's that character, so like it's whatever.
Well, when she brings up, I used to be a roadie for the Grateful Dead, or like LSD didn't work last week, I like that. But the stuff she was doing with the high fives didn't feel right.
Yeah.
I don't like that one.
We already had the silly in this episode. We didn't need to put it there too.
Mm-hmm.
When we're not the silly, so you need a contradiction because this is when the silly begins.
Mm-hmm.
You sure you don't want to go to sick bay?
Yeah, I prefer the scotch.
Well, I could get used to it.
You know, Mr. Scott, we make a pretty good team.
I think my overall impression with this episode was that it was all right. They took a lot of swings, and I don't think all of them connected. I
was expecting to dislike it, as I have for a few of these episodes, but I don't know. I think by the end of it, I had turned around on my stance and enjoyed it. Probably just the riffing at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And there was definitely some things where I was like, that's never gonna happen. Oh, that's unrealistic. Oh, they do dance really well together. When are they gonna hook up? Oh, and there was some silly Office shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like they're working that into the stuff before even the actual silly began. It's like, oh, he keeps socks. We're a relationship now. They're keeping socks in my place. When did that start? Silly shit like that is kind of funny, but also I kind of want to see things like that because Star Trek is never really showing you relationships and how they really work in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are different. We're a bit more evolved and things like that. So it's just it's not just they're in my quarters. Oh, we share quarters. It was always very PG family friendly on TNG.
Mm-hmm.
DS9 probably a bit better. You got a bit more of that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, just the whole dating aspect. How does it work when you're running the ship and going on away missions? And are you gonna have to transfer her away because you're worried she's gonna die in some big storm on the planet? Who cares?
What if she's the only one that you can play your flute with?
Yeah, well, who cares how good she is on the fold-out piano?
Mm-hmm.
So, final topic, Chris. Anything left?
I think, that is pretty much what I said there. They took a lot of swings. I don't think they all hit. I would have preferred a more focused version of this episode, I think. I think they did way too much. Maybe if this was 1.5 Vulcans. Maybe if someone got changed and went down with Spock.
Yeah. Yeah, I think any possibility of it could work. I feel like the writers should have come out ahead of this episode and been so we got really drunk this night and we said, fuck it, let's do this hilarious, ridiculous shit. And that's what we got.
I did not make good choices.
For one, I didn't want La'An on the ship. I didn't want Khan. That was stupid. It's still stupid. It's going to be stupid when Khan comes later on and nobody knows who Khan is. But
it's already pretty stupid that nobody knows who the Gorn are.
Yeah. There's prequels. Prequels and canon ignoring. But if you're gonna put her on the ship and you're gonna mention it over and over, there should be some Khan storyline plot.
Being Vulcan affected you differently. You are aggressive, paranoid, suspicious, arrogant. I believe it is part of your core. You are part human, but also part augment. A relative of Khan Noonien Singh.
If you're gonna put a stupid thing on the wall where the ghost has gone into the ship, there should be at some point some stupid ghost on the wall shit plot.
That pretty much has to be the next episode if they're gonna do it, right?
I mean, if you're gonna put a Gorn DNA into your captain who's dating Pike, there should probably be more than just I was aggressive one day and I have a bit more strength now, but I'm gonna go be a judge and write myself out of the show just to guest star. I just think that putting a lot of things out there that they're never gonna actually do, and I'm not saying some of those aren't gonna happen, but I think I need this Khan plot because you've been wasting my time with the last name being on there, and I don't like any of the non-canon logic of the jump forward in time when we do get there, so please somebody explain the shit to me. Do a plot. Or just drop them on a planet where Armis kills them all. Well, as always, guys, Thanks for watching. See you next time.